Suburbs. Well, that's a bad mistake by Scott Gale. This is Potter bringing it back and running it very strongly.
And that's the sort of thing that can happen to a young fellow playing on the Sydney cricket ground. Gale played here on the weekend, but that line kick was taken, and under normal circumstances, a player knowing the ground, no doubt he'd find touch. But here, the Sydney... That's a strong run from Jeff Robinson, and you can see here now the Canterbury forwards making good inroads, good fast play the balls against the Eastern Suburbs defence, and this is giving their outside backs the opportunity to have something to work on.
His penalty against Regan. And Regan comes up with it. Kurt Sorensen. Neil. Brett Gale. Splitting through. Good football, Brett Gale. Peter Grounds making a dash down. Touched by Tunks. Scooped up by Gale. And it's gone forward to Neil.
Folks.
John Mackay limping back out of the encounter that just took place. Farah. Oh, the pass gone to ground. It'll be a scrum. Here's Tunks. Tunks, he's over the line. Can he get it down? No try. Apparently he's lost it, and East, in fact, have forced it. John Ferguson's come up with it.
He was almost able to get his arm free to score a try.
Scott Gale. Mick Potter taking it back. Lease. Robinson is proving to be Pobji. I was trying to think of his name down on that left flank. Tim Lease. Again Lease, short ball. Anderson, infielder. Here's a try. No, he's ruled it forward.
Well, I think that Terry, and consequently, if you try to tackle him too low, he's going to pull one leg out through the tackle. He's always able to make important yards when rucking the ball out.
Ferguson did well. Beckett fed back for Eden. Stretched across to Scott Gale. Scott Gale's away from Robinson. Can he pass infield? Oh, well, he's hung on too long, and it's hard to say that a certain try has gone begging, but that's the way it looked. Of time gone. Mortimer. Lamb. A cutout pass to Lease. Beautifully executed. Lease down to a point just outside the 22.
Well, that was a beautiful play by Canterbury Bankstown. No doubt it was a set move by Warren Lyon. The ball was thrown across the face of one player. The second player was running into a gap.
Chris Anderson. Mortimer. Burns. Oh, intercepted. How much pace has Grounds got? They'll catch him, I think. Potter's getting to him. So too has Pobji.
Well, I'm surprised at how quickly the Canterbury Bank... Possibly that people want the opportunity, say, to go home or to have some tea first before they come to the football.
Well, that's the way I read it. I'm not sure, but this crowd is probably up around the 20,000 mark. But when this doubleheader started with South today, it was probably only about 10,000. Here's Farah backing up on the inside. Now he says, I'll go myself. He'll score. Oh, that's a really strong try by Andrew Farah. There is a perfect example of the potential. Miller plays it. This is Neil. Dane Sorensen on the inside. Gavin Miller gets the kick in sweetly this time. It's curling, it's not going to find touch, and Potter is across to round it up. Then he beats the tackle of Grounds, and Miller has to make the tackle himself with John Mackay's assistance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the attendance tonight, 21,430.
Jim Lease in centre field playing it. Mortimer. Farrer with strength was able to stand, gave it to Anderson, then to Mortimer, now to Johnston. Infield for Terry Lamb. Can Scott Gale round him up? He will. He passes and finds Andrew Farrer backing up. And that's Andrew Farrer's second try, and that really is a magnificent Canterbury Bankstown try. You won't see too many better than that. Under the heading of support the man with the ball at all times, Burns did very well. So did his centre partner Farrer. Then Anderson gave it back inside to Mortimer. On to Johnston. Then to Lamb. And as the NEC replay will show, Farrer had done a big job, but he backed up on the inside, or the outside, and goes in for his second try.
Well, in the past, they've been called the magicians of rugby league, and here they showed it yet again now. Just have a look at this. Billy Johnson threw that first pass out of dummy half, offloaded, the ball finally went to Chris Anderson. Chris turned the ball back inside to Steve Mortimer, who again threw the pass to, would you believe, Billy Johnson, who threw the initial pass from dummy half. Once again, we find backing up by Terry Lamb. Lamb's able to move the ball back to Farrer, who himself had supported the play well, and over he goes to score a great try for Canterbury Bankstown.
I'm not sure. I prefer to think that what you said is right, because he has had an outstanding game, Robinson. But he had to be led away by the trainers in the right direction, which leads me to think that he may have taken a knock. Here's Anderson, inside the East 22.
Replacement in the Canterbury
Mortimer.
side, number 11, Jeff Robertson, has
Potter.
been replaced by Peter Johnson, wearing number 23.
Not wishing any ill fate on the Mortimer family, nor on the Hughes family, but how long is it since you can recall a Canterbury match with only one Mortimer and no Hugheses?
That is a long time.
Well, I think it's a long time. Mortimer now. In fact, it's hard for a commentator to drop the Christian name. Sweet passing out to Farrer. Now I thought he was going to stand and give it back on the inside. Potter is the dummy half. Gould, Johnston.
Phil Gould's throwing some lovely passes for Canterbury Bankstown. He's taking a lot of the pressure off Steve Mortimer by assisting him in controlling play around the rucks. Canterbury have the option of hitting Steve Mortimer on one side of the play the ball, or Phil Gould on the other. Gives them a lot of variety in their attack, but he's throwing some magnificent balls out here, putting players into holes.
Tunks, Lamb, Lease. Nice work, Jimmy Lease. Peter Johnston has picked up his first try for Canterbury, and I dare say his first try at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Canterbury 6. Tom Arbour has gone on for East.
Replacement in the Eastern Suburbs side, number 13, Terry Reid.
Ferguson will take this throw on the toe. Chance here for Johnny Ferguson. He's doing everything right at the moment. He's got a beautiful bounce. Oh, what a sweet bounce for Ferguson. And Eastern Suburbs registering their first points. 16 points to 4. To the Canterbury defensive line. Warren Ryan, flanked there by a former Canterbury coach, Malcolm Clift. They must be feeling very happy. Mortimer into some open space, but they must be feeling happy, the Canterbury officials. They put Parramatta and Eastern Suburbs, their scalps, under their belt in the first 2 rounds of the Premiership. And if you wrote your market out today on the outcome of the Sydney Premiership in 1984, you'd nearly have to have Canterbury and Parramatta as joint favourites. on what we've seen so far. So it's full time with Canterbury defeating Eastern Suburbs 16 points to 6. 16 points to 6. So bringing to a close a good double header, played before a crowd of 21,500 people. For Canterbury, I believe their star player Andrew Farrer scored 2 tries. Peter Johnston, a replacement, scored 1. Lamb kicked 2 goals, and for East's Ferguson, their lone try was Mike Eden.